Hello everyone, welcome to my life. Getting here, let's get started. As you can see from the title, I'll be showing you the basic things you need as a beginner when you're starting out in makeup. So if you're interested to know what you need to do to start, what the things you need for your makeup kit to start your makeup, then grab a cup of coffee and sit down. Let's start. Okay, first and foremost, before you start your makeup journey, you want to make sure that you have these products that I'm going to be showing you. And they must not necessarily be expensive. Like, you don't need to break a bank trying to do makeup. So the products, I'll try as much as possible to show you just the products that you need and the affordable ones. Okay, let's get started. Now, first of all, as a beginner, when you want to start doing your makeup, you want to start with your brows. Because when you start with your brows, it makes it easy for you to do the rest without getting in your way. Because if you start with your face, when you get to your brows, or your eyeshadow, you will turn out to be you have drop out of the shadow that you use, and you end up giving you double work. So I always advise beginners to start with your brows, your eye makeup, like this part. First thing first, to start with your brows, what you need is you need a spoolie or a makeup brush, whatever you call it, but you need a brush like this in the starter kit. You need to get a brush. This brush, you could get a pack of like 50 or 100 from Amazon or from Shein or even from AliExpress. You can get this online and they are very, very affordable. You can't be more than, from Shein, you can get it like for €2 if it's too much. So they are very, very affordable, a pack of 50. You want to get a brush like this. This brush helps to brush up your brows. So it gives you that uh, lift of your, like, you stretch your brow up so you can easily see where you're going to line your brows. So you need a brush like this. Sometimes when you get a pencil, some of them comes with the brush. It depends on the brand that you buy. But this pack is very, very affordable. Just search spoolie or makeup eyebrow brush in any website, and you get them for a very, very affordable price. Now, I'll just be explaining, showing you the things and using it at the time. Now, I'll just brush up my brows. You want to brush up your brows to give you where you are going to make your line. After you brush up your brows, the next thing you need is a pencil. You need a brow pencil. You can get any pencil of your choice. This one is Clarine I got. You can get it from any makeup brand or from any drugstore. You can get a pencil. I'm using a dark brown pencil. You can use a brown pencil, or you can also get a black pencil. But if you're a beginner, I advise you start with a brown pencil, because most of the time your brows are not that black. So you want it to look as natural as possible. So I'm going to sharpen my pencil. I have a sharpener like this. You also need this to sharpen your pencil. And this you can get it on Shein, Amazon, Temu, AliExpress. You can get this for €1.99 or less. So I'm just going to you want to make sure that your pencil is sharp, like this sharp. Okay? You want to make sure your pencil is this sharp when you're drawing your brow, so you will not make bold lines. Now, I'll go and outline my brow. To outline my brow, as a beginner, you want to make sure that you're following your own natural brow line. You don't want to start making lines that you'll not be able to manage. Okay? So you want to follow your own natural brow line. You can see After you brush, you will clearly see your natural brow line like that. Now, you want to follow that, make a very tiny line. So you want to make a tiny line like that. And you want to be light-handed with the pen, so you don't want to press too hard. If you press too hard, it's going to give you bold line. And when you're holding your pencil to draw that line, you can see the distance where I'm holding my pencil. I'm not holding it too close. If you hold it too close, you're going to press it even without putting pressure. So I'm holding it a little bit far. Then you want to do that as you draw. When it's like when you're drawing, for example, let me take a piece of paper like this. When you're drawing, if you hold close, you're going to print. Yeah, you're going to print it too hard. So if you hold it in a distance like this, you easily make. You can see I'm barely. You make very precise and slim lines if you hold your pencil in a distance. And you want to hold your pencil as you're drawing, when you're drawing your brows. You want to hold it the same way when if you were to draw on your book or on a piece of paper, the way your pencil will be, it will be like this. You don't want to do this. Like you don't want to put it like this. You want to put it like this, pointed. So you can easily draw like that. I don't know if this you can see this very well, but that's just it. When you're drawing your brows, let it be pointed, not like this. You don't want to do that. It's going to draw bold line, whether you like it or not. Please just give me a second. Sorry about that. I had an important call. So where was I? Okay, I was telling you how to hold your pencil when you're drawing your brows. It's supposed to be pointed like this, not like this. Okay, after drawing the bottom of your brow, you want to outline the top of your brow, but most of the time I don't start from here. Okay, I don't start from the front. You want to start a little bit where your brow start taken, like here. Okay, like there. Now you want to just draw on your natural line. Take it from there and link it to this one. I'm just going to follow that. Follow it as it's going. Don't go above it. Just follow it. If it ends at the middle here, just end it there. Don't try to make lines that are not there. Okay. So I'm going to do it on the other side. I'm just following my own line. You want to just follow like that and link it to this one. Even if it doesn't go right this way, like if your natural line, if you don't have a lot of hair I don't, like myself, you want to just follow it like that, link it to the first one and bring it down like that. Now at the front of your brow, since your pencil is still sharp, you want to use that for the front before you start filling in the back of your brows. So you want to make hair-like strokes. You can see your strokes, your hair, how the hair of your brows are looking. So you want to just try to follow that and make hair-like strokes and be light-handed with the pencil. Don't press too hard. Don't even press at all. You want to gently do that. You are just trying to fill it in. You can see how that is getting fuller, but with I'm barely touching my skin with it. I'm barely touching my skin. So when you get that, from here, you can fill that in like boldly if you want to. Just fill it in with strokes. I'm also doing strokes, but this time around, my pencil is actually touching my skin. Even though I'm not pressing hard, but it's touching my skin. Do the same on the other side. So this is what it's looking like. Another thing you need to know is your brows are not twin. If you've been watching tutorials on other platform, you know they must have told you that your brows are not twin, they are sisters. So it can hardly get, it's difficult to get them to be exact the same. So if you make them look a little bit similar, it's okay. Don't stress yourself trying to get them exactly the same, except you go and get a micro blading or a micro pigmentation that they will get your brows to be the same. But naturally, our body parts are not the same. If you know, you know. Like the parts of your body that are two, that are double, they are not the same. Your hands are not the same. Your feet are not the same. Your legs, other parts are not the same. So you should know that even your brows are not the same. So try and get them to look similar, but don't kill yourself if they, like, don't beat up yourself if they are not the same. Okay. Now looking like that, I'll just leave it like that. There are people that want their brows to be bold, but if you're a beginner, just stick to the natural looking, like, if I make sense. If you're a beginner, just try to get it. Don't want to look at what people have and try to imitate. Just do your own first. When you are good with it, then you can do whatever you want, okay? So I'll just go in now with the spoolie again and just brush the hair so they look, brush them upward, but without pressing it down. I'm just brushing just the hair. So we've done with that. You can see how they are looking. We are going to, the next thing you need is a concealer to use to clean your brow, to use to highlight your face. Hi, mommy. UJV. Thank you for joining me. So you need your concealer to use to clean your brows, to use to highlight your face. You need that in your makeup kit. Like, it's compulsory. You need it. You can't finish your makeup without your concealer. Thank you, mommy. Thank you. So for the concealer, I told you I'll try as much as possible to show you only products that are very, very affordable. This is a concealer. This one is too light. It's lighter than my skin tone. You want to go for a concealer that is your skin shade. You want to get one that is your skin shade, one that is 2 or 3 shades lighter than your skin. But this one is way lighter than me. Okay. This concealer, I got it from Shane. Is a She Glam concealer. It's very, very affordable too. You can also get this, like I can say the cheapest in the market that I have used is this one. Is the Elegant Pro concealer. I'm just showing you the ones that I have around, but you want to go for your shade and 2 or 3 shades lighter than your skin shade. So this one is the Elegant Pro concealer. As you know, is basically the cheapest concealer that you can find in the market. And in the drugstore is very, very affordable. You can also use the e.l.f. concealer. I don't have it around me. The Juvia's Face concealer is also an affordable concealer. For those who are in the US, in the UK, this is like, this concealer is I can't stress about this concealer enough. This is one of the best concealers that you need for your makeup. It gives you that coverage that, short, is the best concealer that I have used for now. This one too is also affordable. You have it in mini. You have this one in mini. So I'm trying to give you just things, show you just things that you need and which are affordable, that you don't need to go and break a bank to try to do your makeup. Okay. Now you need your concealer. One of the concealer should be your skin color, like this one, and one should be a little bit lighter than your skin color. For the one that is my skin color, I'm going to use that at the front of my brows. You can also use that for the top of your brows, but I always advise you go with your foundation at the top of your brows. Okay, to conceal my brows now, I'm going to use the Juvia's Place concealer, but you can use any affordable concealer that you have. I'm just putting some at the back of my hand so I'll be easy to work with. Now for brushes, you need a flat brush, a flat concealer brush to conceal your brows. You can get a small one like this. This one, I got this one, a pack of 12, I think, from Shane. Like the majority of my brushes, I got them from Shane or AliExpress because I am not ready to spend a lot of money for brushes. When they go bad, I throw them away and I get another one. So you can get this one, this small one, or a bigger one, if I can find it. Yeah. You can get a big head one like this, or a small one like this. So it all depends on how you can manage the to work with. Sometimes I advise you go with the small one because it will take very little product at a time. For the big one is for those who already know how to do their makeup, and you can work easily without any problem. But the small one, I advise for beginners to go with it because you take a little bit of a product at a time. So I'll just take the product. Now I will not go directly on the line to start drawing. I'm going to deposit that product a little bit here first. So in case I have a lot of product on the brush, I've already deposited it before taking it to the line. Then now I'm going to the near the line. You can still see that I'm not touching the line yet. Then with just what is left on the brush, you want to go to the line and be you don't need to be in a hurry when you're doing this, because if you're in a hurry, you're going to wipe out the brow that you've struggled to draw. So you don't want to be in a hurry when you're doing that. Okay, I'm just going to make my line. So there you have it. So you go again with your concealer, drop the product. Now go with the little that is left on the brush. If you make a mistake, don't worry, you can always go back with your pencil and repeat it. So after I do that, I'm going to take the dark shade of the concealer. I'll use that at the front because I don't want that part to be too light. I'll take the same brush but with the other side. I'm just kind of taking out the excess product. Then I'll pick up the concealer. The same thing, I'll drop it first just to get rid of the excess, then clean my brow with what is left. Do the same on the other side. Like I said, makeup is not a race, so don't rush when you're doing it. Now I'm just using the brush to pull that down onto my lid. Okay, the next brush you need is a blending brush. I have a concealer blending brush. You can also get a sponge. Like you need your set of brushes. You need a brush like this. This helps to blend your concealer. It helps to blend especially under your eyes, so you don't wipe what you just did. You can also use a sponge, but I prefer you use a blending brush, because when you go with a sponge, you can see that you don't see what you're doing. You blend, but you don't see what you're doing. You can easily wipe your brows. So if you're going with a brush, you see exactly what you're doing. You just blend it downward like so onto your lid. So this is what it's looking like after you blend. Now that we are not done with our brows, because the top of the brow, I'm not going to draw that now. I'm going to draw that when I'm applying my foundation, when I'm doing my face, because I'm going to be using the foundation for it. But if you don't want to use the foundation, or even though it's advisable, if you have the dark shade of the concealer, you can go ahead and use the dark shade of the concealer and blend it, because the shade, if it's your skin shade, it will easily blend into the foundation. So if you use a foundation, it will be less stressful for you to blend it to match with your foundation. So I'm going to leave that for the foundation. Okay, now we go to our eyeshadow. For our eyeshadow, we need a packing brush and a blending brush. Okay, a brush that you use to pack the shadow, maybe something like this or something like this. It just depends on how precise you want to be with the shadow you'll be applying. So this one, it gets the shadow exactly on the spot where you want it to be. If I want that shadow to be only on this spot, you can see how this brush is small. It will deposit it just on that spot. If you use one like this, it will deposit it a little bit bigger. And you can also use this brush to blend. You have a big fluffy brush like this. It's also a blending brush for your foundation, for your shadow. So if you can afford, you can get brushes with this size. If you can, you get just this. It will still help you for your eyeshadow. You get this or you get this. So it all depends on you. If you can, you get the whole thing. You get in Shein, you can get a pack of brushes for like 3-4 euros. A pack that comes in with different different sizes of the brushes. So you don't want to go and get one brush for 6 euros for waiting. So get a pack of brushes. Some comes 12 in a pack, some comes let me say 6, 8, or it depends on you. You get a pack of brushes that have different shape. You have the different concealer brushes, you have the foundation brush, you have the eyeshadow brush. They are a pack that comes like that. So you need to go for things that are less expensive, that are affordable, to start your makeup. You don't need to go and get expensive thing or anything you see online you want to buy. No, just look for your own, what work for you, what work for your budget, and go for that. Now for the eyeshadow, obviously you need an eyeshadow palette. I normally advise that you go for an eyeshadow palette that has different color shades. For example, let me say I don't really have an eyeshadow at hand that has different color shades. Why I say that is because it helps to, you don't only use it for your, sorry guys, I thought I had taken this out. Now, with this palette, this is the Morphe palette, the Morphe X James Charles palette. It is not only this palette you can get. You want to get a palette like this, right? You have very cool shades. You have this light shades. You can see the difference. You have like a bunch of shadow colors in here. And with this palette, you can use it like these ones. You can use it for your powder blush or something, because I normally do that sometimes. So you want to get a palette that comes with different colors. It will help you to be able to create to play with different colors without necessarily buying different palette. Okay, so now for the eyeshadow, I'm going to just do something very simple, because mostly it's just to show you what you need. So you need an eyeshadow palette. The advice I give is you get an eyeshadow palette that have different color shade. Just with one eyeshadow palette, it would go a very long way. So you don't need to get different uh spend on different palette. Now the next thing you need now is your eyeshadow base. If you don't have an eyeshadow base, if you're a beginner, the light shade of that concealer that I said you should get is good for your base. You can use that for your base. For example, I'm not going to use a base. I'll just use this one just to show you how it works very well without the base. Okay, now I'm going to use the light shade to serve as my base. After apply that, I'm going to use the brush I showed you before, the one I used to blend my concealer. I'll use that to blend. You want to just tap and spread the product. So after I finish blending, you want to take your, I'm going to be using the small brush. First, I'm going to pick up a brown shade, a dark brown shade in that palette. So I'll pick up the dark brown shade and start applying my shadow. Now, you can go from light to dark, or you can go from dark to light, or from light to dark. What I mean by that is you can start with a darker shade and go upward. As you're going upward, you're reducing the shade, you're making it lighter. Or you can start with the light shade and go downward, reducing the shade, getting it darker. And before you go in with your shadow, make sure that there are no creases on your lid. Like this, or the base you apply, whether it's the concealer or the eyeshadow base, you want to make sure that there are no creases on it before you go with the shadow. Even though it's going to sit in there and look muddy, you don't want that. So you want to just go ahead and blend it again. Depending on the look you're creating, I normally use this to give me a guide. I make dot So just depending on the type of shadow you're going, I make dots to give me where exactly I want that shade to be. So I have my dot now. I'll start connecting the dot. I'll use the same brush and just gently connect the dots like so. Like this technique work for any type of look you're going for. So don't look at the look and the as I made I have moon. It depends on what I'm going for. Okay, if you're just going for a small natural look, a small, maybe a fox look or a cat eye look, you want to just use the same technique and do your dots, and it will help you to be precise, to know where you're putting that shadow. So just capitalize on the technique I'm using, not on the type of look I'm going for. You see where the brush is depositing the product. It's not moving it everywhere. So it's just getting it only on the area where I'm putting it. So I'm going to take this brush now, and I'll take a brown that is like light, a little bit lighter than the first one. That is it. And I'm going to blend it on top of this one, like just a little bit above it. You can still see that even this small brush, get it where you want it to be. And you should know that where you put your brush is where you're going to deposit that product. If I want it to be, if I want it to be here, to really show in this area, I will not deposit it here. I hope you get that. If I want the brown to be on this area, I'll deposit here before I blend it out. But if you want it here, you want to deposit here, then blend it out like in this motion, in a circular motion like that. Blend it out, okay? Deposit it where you want the pigment to be, then you use it to blend it out. So now with a big brush, let me just kind of show you guys the color I'm using. I use this one first, this one, then this one. Now I'll go in with this one. With that one, I'll take it with the big brush. Like I'll take just a little bit, like so, and just blend it above there. And you can see the distance where I'm holding my brush. When you hold your brush at a distance like that, it deposits lightly. It does not pack a whole chunk of shadow there. If you hold it here, the pressure on your depositing the product is going to be greater. So that's why I'm holding it in a very long distance. And you see, it gives you just a smooth blend like that. So if the shades are fading into each other, for example, if you want that dark shade back, for me, I think it's good like this, because you can practically, you can see the shades, the different shades I apply. But if sometimes you do like you apply and the second or the third shade you use overshadow the rest of the shade, you want to go back in with the same shade and bring them back. Like this one is good. You can see that you can still see the different shade, but this one is a little bit like losing the shade in this area. You see that the second shade is not showing anymore. So I'll go back into the second shade that I use and try to bring it back. So you want to do that when your shades are getting lost in the first shade or the second shade. You want to go back with the same and repeat the process until you're satisfied with the look. So I'm just bringing it, trying to bring back the second shade in this area. I'm going to use that a little bit here too. Okay, now that I'm done with that, if you are not cutting your crease, you want to go ahead and blend it in, but I'm going to be cutting the crease just a little bit. So I'll use a flat brush. That's why I said you need a flat brush. You need a concealer brush, a flat brush like this, or the small one that I showed you, the one I used for the concealer, or like this, because this brush really comes in handy when you want to cut your crease. If you are cutting your crease, when you want to highlight your brows, you need them. So try and get a pack of brush that comes in with those brushes. So this one is a clean one. I'm going to take the concealer I use, or maybe something like that. I'm going to take this one. This one is really, really light. It's super light. Then I'll drop a little bit of it at the back of my hand. Now, when you're cutting your crease, it depends on the look you're going for. If you don't want the first eyeshadow you apply on your crease area, for example, you want to go with maybe white on this area. You know, if you just go in with the white, it's going to soak. Good on, my dear Joy baby. How far? Thank you. So, if you want to go for a white lid, you want white, apply white here, or maybe pink or any shade. You don't want this first shade to get into it. You want to go ahead and clean that up. You use your Q-tip and your makeup remover, Q-tip or cotton bud. It depends on how you call it wherever you're watching me from. So you need this and your makeup remover, or a micellar water like this to clean. You go ahead, you clean that up first before you go in with your you go in with the base that you're using, or the concealer that you're using to cut that crease. So to cut my crease, I'm going to deposit it like that. Okay, so now I was trying to make that look clean, like straight, just bringing the heads together like that. And this, when you're cutting your crease, you don't want to take the product like you were taking it when you're aligning your brows. You want to be generous with the product you're taking. Okay, there should be product on the brush. As a beginner, you should go first for eyeshadow that does not need cutting crease. This life today, they don't want me to show you guys this, what I'm trying to show you. Calls are coming in, but if it was a day that I'm not doing anything, there will be no one calling me. So you see, now I'm just bringing down the excess on the lid. Just making sure that the line is clean. So I was saying that if you're a beginner, just go for start with eyeshadow looks that does not need warrant you to cut your crease. Okay. Please, guys, if you like what you're watching, please give me some thumbs up. Tap your screen. Tap your screen. It will really help me a lot. I beg you guys. Go ahead and tap your screen. Just tap, 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 tap. Power tap your screen. So you see that. Another trick I do is I take a brush that is, this is this brush, they use this for nail art, things like that. You see, sorry. Like, I choose a wrong day to come and do this tutorial, seriously. Ah, God. Another, yeah. So I take a brush like this. This brush they use it for manicure, for nails, and take the product. Sorry about that. So I take a brush that is this small and pick the product, okay, to give you that straight line, and pick the product like that. I want to make my line. I use it to make my line. You see that? Then now I take the flat brush to just use it to bring it down. Try as much as possible not to go too close to the line, just to pull down the product that is there. So you can decide to use the first method, which is tapping the product, like dropping the product first, or a second one, using the small brush. Now, after I do that, you can see that one side is right up. This one is a little bit higher than this one, so I'm going to correct that. So you can still go in with that brush to blend it, but I'll be using this small sponge. Okay. Please, guys, power tap your screen for me, please. Before TikTok stop my live, please power tap it for me. Okay. After I do that, you want to set that before it crease up. You want to take a fluffy brush like the one I showed you, like this, but not the same one, because you don't want that color here. You want to take this fluffy brush and pick a nude shade to set that up, or pick the shade that you want to use to set that up. I'll pick this shade because it's the color of the concealer I use. So I'll pick that shade and just tap to set that up so it doesn't crease. You can also use your powder, your setting powder for it, to set it so it doesn't crease up. I'm just pressing it in. I'm not blending anything. I'm just pressing it in to set it. So now you want to, this area, you want to go back with the same shade that you used first for the top brow. No, you want to use this same shade that you used at this corner. So what I'll do is I'll take my finger and blend this edge so you don't have a sharp edge, like you don't have a line there. Okay, so I'll just take my finger and blend that. Like your finger is also a good blending tool, you know. So I'll just use my finger and blend to get rid of that harsh line there. You see? And I didn't take any product on my finger, just touching with the product that is already on your lid. You get it in there. So I'm just going to blend that. I'm just tapping, tap, tap, tap. Please, guys, power tap on me, please. Lola, thank you for joining. Ailey, thank you. Great Lizzie, thank you for joining me. Please, Queen B, thank you for joining me. Please power tap your screen as you join. Thank you, thank you. So I'll just blend that to get rid of the harsh lines. You see? I'll go back into the shade. First, I'll use a light shade. That the lightest shade. I'll just apply that in here. I'm just gently dragging. Now with the second shade, I'm going to apply that at the back of the first shade and blend them. Just drag. When you drag, you blend them together like so. Hi girl, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Let the single breathe. Thank you for joining me, Alpha. Please, guys, power tap for me. I beg you. Power tap for me so TikTok will not turn me off this live. I beg. Help your girl out now. So I'll just blend that. You can see that I'm doing this. You can do this or you take it outward or inward like that. So I'm just doing that. You're not bringing it to where you put the first shade. You don't want that to not show. So you just a little bit behind it. Even though you can still go back with the brush and bring that back, but I'm just a little bit behind it like so. Then with this first dark brown shade, I'm going to apply that here. So behind the second shade. I'm still going in with that first, the light shade to set it again. Now, the next thing you need is an eyeliner. You can use your pencil, a black pencil. So you can use a black pencil. This pencil is from Wet and White. This you can get it anywhere. This pencil was just €1.99. You can get this from any drugstore, or you use a liquid eyeliner or a gel. But for beginners, go with your pencil. This one is from Makeup Revolution, and this too is also affordable. It's not up to €2 even when I got it, so I don't know how much from where you're buying. Please, guys, holy TikTok is going to block my life. Please, I'm begging you guys. TikTok is trying to turn off my life. Please power tap for me, please. Power tap your screen. I'm actually giving you guys information free of charge. The only thing you can do for me is power tap, except you want TikTok to turn off the live. Awa, thank you for joining me. Oh, Kwesi Okra, thank you for joining me. Please power tap your screen for me, please. So you need a pencil like this. This is a wet and white uh, pencil. You want, like I said, as a beginner, you want to get a pencil for your eyeliner. It makes it easy for you to work with this, because a liquid eyeliner can get everywhere if you don't know how to use it, or a gel. So you want to make your pencil sharp, like so. Then when you're drawing, you want to look straight. Okay, you want to look straight. Then you want to follow the bottom line of the bottom line, this one, to draw it. You take it from the bottom line and take it upward like that. Then from there you want to connect it, even though it's not showing that well. When you fill it in, you will see. You connect it to your lash line. Okay, connect it to your lash line like this. Now I'm just going to, you want to just follow only on your lash line, like that. I'm going to draw this side. I'm just using the pencil to show you that you can use your pencil to do that. Thank you for joining me, Ma Bena. Ma Bena. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name well. Thank you for joining me. So now you want to fill it in. You want to just go ahead and fill that in. Like, it all depends on the line that you're going for. You want to fill that. It's my sharp. If it doesn't come out well, you can always go in and clean that up with your concealer. So then at the front, I'm going to draw this exactly on my lash line. I'm not going to I'm not going to be taking it up. So now if the lines are not straight like this, you want to take your concealer with a flat brush. You see? So don't be worried if it doesn't come out well. Just use your concealer to clean. That's why you need concealer in your kit, your makeup kit, because it really come in handy. Miss Cherry, thank you for joining me, ma. Sad, thank you for joining. So after I draw my I'm done, you can see that you can go ahead and apply some shimmer color there just to get that shiny like this, just to get that popping, or you can just leave it like that, matte like that. So you need your, if you're going to be doing your lash, you need your eyelashes. These eyelashes, I got them too from Shane, and they were like, I think €4 or something. This one, you can see how beautiful they look, and I another eyeshadow palette that you can get. Look, this one, this eyeshadow palette, I got this from Makeup Revolution. Yeah, I think it was €4.99. You can see excuse me, this one has many different tones in it, and Makeup Revolution have a lot of excuse me. Talking is not easy. Naima, thank you for joining me, ma. I really appreciate you guys. Malik, thank you for joining me. Jetro, thank you for joining me. Please, guys, power tap your screen for me. Power tap your screen as you join. Like, it's free, eh? It's not, they don't charge you. Just to tap your screen. So TikTok will help to forward the videos to more people, and you help my video also. Please help me to power tap. You just need to tap your screen. Tap your screen like that. You just need to tap your screen. Okay, so for the lashes, as I said, I got them from Shane, and they were like €4, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a long time I got them, but it was really affordable. So it comes like this, seven pair of lashes. So if you'll be putting lashes, you need lash glue. I'm using this one. This one is from Essence, and this is $2.99. This is it, and it really sticks very well. So when you take your lash, if you look at it here, you will see that at this end you have excess material at the end of the lash like that. You want to cut that off. When you pick up your lash, you want to go ahead and cut off this excess you have here. Okay, and be careful not to cut the lash. You cut off that excess. You see that? You want to cut that off. Another thing is you want to measure your lash if it is your shape. If it's not your shape, you want to also go ahead and cut it to your shape. You want to measure it like this. If it's too long, you want to measure it. This one is not for. Okay, if you want to measure like that, and make sure that it's not too long. It's for you. If it's too long, you want to cut off. And when you're cutting, you don't cut from the area where it's showing short. You don't want to cut from this front. You want to cut from here. The long edge, that's where you want to cut. I'm going to cut one like that. So you want to cut from this longer end, not the shorter end. Then after you cut, you want to go ahead and apply your glue. You apply your glue just on the line, not on the lash. On the line you have on that the lash has stick on. So you want to apply only on that line. So after I do that, I'm going to let that sit until it's clear. So if you are using a lash glue that shows blue like this, you want to keep that too until it gets clear. Faderera, thank you for joining me. Please power tap your screen for me. Saloma, thank you for joining me. Linda, thank you for joining. I appreciate you guys. Well, Aya, sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name well. Thank you for joining. Please power tap for me. Power tap your screen as you join. So TikTok will let us continue this video. Edward, thank you for joining me. Okay, why my lash is when I'm letting it to get tacky, I'll go ahead and start with my face makeup. For your face, you need a moisturizer. I'm using this one from CeraVe. You can get any moisturizer that you can afford. There are a lot of affordable moisturizers out there. So you need a moisturizer. The next, you need a sunscreen. This one is also affordable. There are a lot of different types of sunscreen out there. You need a sunscreen, you need your primer. I'm using this one from Revolution. This one is I think it's $5.99 from Revolution. Like Revolution have a lot of affordable products. Like their products are really really affordable, especially the shadows, the eyeshadows, the primers, their bronzer, highlight, powder palette. um these ones these ones too are very affordable. They are $2.99. I have the highlight, I have the powder, and the bronzer is $2.99. They are very very affordable. Like if you're on a budget, just check their counter, the Revolution. They have a lot of affordable products. They have this one. They also have this one is a pore blur primer. They have the matte primer. Like they have different type of primer on their shelf, so you can check them out. So I'll start by I have something I'm following. Okay guys, you can see that it's clear now. You cannot see the blue anymore. This is when you want to go in and drop your lash. So I'm just going to press it with my own natural lash, like that. Okay, I'll go in now with my moisturizer. Like if you have oily skin or dry skin or combination skin, no matter the type of skin you have, you want to always moisturize before you go in with your product. So you want to make sure that your face is very moisturized. It's really moisturized before you go in with your product. You don't want to say, my skin is oily, so I will not be adding more uh moisturizer on my face. You don't want to do that. So moisturizing your face is for everyone, no matter the skin type you have. The products I'm showing you, you don't necessarily need to use, but exactly the products I am using. You want to go out there, just get the names I'm saying. The moisturizer, you look for a moisturizer that is affordable for you and works for you. So you must not necessarily go and start looking for exact what I'm using to think that's only what you need to get your makeup done. No, you don't know, you don't need that. So you need to just get the name of what I'm saying, not the product. No, if it's a concealer, you look for a concealer in your area that is affordable. If it's a foundation, you look for a foundation. Don't look for the name of the foundation I'm using. It's not what I'm trying to show. I'm not trying to show you products name for you to go and search for them. I'm just showing you the product you need so you can go in your area and get them for yourself. So after I apply my moisturizer, I'm going to apply my sunscreen. You can get any sunscreen of your choice. So there's sun outside. I'm going to really drain my face with this. I also apply sunscreen under my makeup when at night. I do that because it's not because like what I discover is it gives you that base. When you apply your foundation on it, it makes your foundation so smooth. Maybe it's the sunscreen I'm using, but the sunscreens that I've been using are giving me, they give me the same result. So I stick to it, especially if you have mature skin. Like, in short, if you have mature skin, it really gives you that glowy base that your foundation will just sit on it and okay. After I do that, I'm going to take my primer. The primer, you can get any primer of your choice. I'm going to be using the Elf primer. I've also showed you the Revolution Pore Blur primer. This one. I'm going to be using the Elf Power Grip primer. So since this primer is very tacky, I'm going to try to tap it into my skin instead of rubbing. So after you apply your primer, you want to go into your foundation. There are so many different brands for foundation that you can use. This one is from Maybelline. The Fit Me is very affordable. This one is the Elf Foundation Hydrating Foundation. It's also very affordable. You have the L'Oreal Inflammable Foundation is also affordable. You have the She Glam foundation. It's also affordable. Like, you have a lot of affordable product in the market that you can get. Even the LA Girl also have a foundation, and those are products that are very, very affordable. So you don't need to get exactly what I use. Just go and look for a foundation if you for your skin type. So I'm even confused the one I'm going to be using today. So I'm going to use the anti-aging radiant foundation from L'Oreal, this one. I'm going to pour that first at the back of my hand to see if it's going to come out. Oh my god, this life today is a disaster. Like, okay, since that one has refused to come out, I'm going to use the She Glam. I'm going to use this. So after pouring that at the back of my hand, I'm going to use my finger to pick it up and just deposit that on my face. Like, your fingers are a good blending tool. A foundation brush actually is not really necessary when you're starting your makeup. If you can't afford a foundation brush, use your sponge. Use your sponge to blend your foundation, or you can use this powder puff to blend your foundation, or even your fingers to apply your foundation, rather, not blend. Use it to apply your foundation. So today I'm going to be using the powder puff to blend my foundation. Mommy J, thank you for joining me. You can see how that blends your foundation very well. And the powder puff, you can get it from Amazon, from Shein, from Temu, and even from AliExpress in a pack of, I think, 12, for very, very cheap. On Amazon, I don't know how much, because I haven't gotten it from there yet. So I haven't searched for it from Amazon, but it's there. But on I got this from Shein, and I got a pack of 12. It was €2 something like that. So for makeup accessories, you can spend money getting the makeup product, but for the accessories, just get the affordable ones, because they will still do the same job, and most of the time they are just the same thing that have brand names on them. So I prefer to spend my money to get product than to get tools. My tools, I spend less to get them. So look at that blend. And with the Power Grip primer from Elf, I think Milk also have it. Like, your foundation just sit in there and stick on the primer, and it doesn't move. So you can see that blend. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the foundation again with the flat brush I use to conceal my brows. pick up the product and use that to conceal the top of my brows. As I told you before, that I'm going to use this to conceal my brow. Then I'll still use the powder puff to blend it. Okay, take a look at that, how it just blend into the foundation. So now I'm going to use my concealer. So you get your concealer. I told you should get 2 shades of concealer, one that is your skin shade and one that is 2 shades lighter than your skin shade. The lighter one, you want to use it to make this area really bright. Then this one, you want to just apply that to brighten that area, but to blend it in so it blends easily into your foundation. So I'm going to use this here. And when I was blending the foundation, you saw that I didn't bring it under my eye because you don't want too much product under your eyes in order to avoid that creasing up. So you don't want too much product. I'm only going to use this there. Then the light shade, I'm going to use it to highlight the areas where I want to bring light onto my face. Aniki, thank you for joining me, ma. Trini, thank you, ma, for joining me. Life is beautiful. Thank you for joining. So I'm using this on the bridge of my nose, my forehead, the cupid bow, and my chin. So with foundation, concealers, you get 2 shades of concealers. It does not matter the brown you're using. You can use the LA Pro Concealer. You can use the She Glam Concealer. You can use the Juvia's Place, this one that I'm using. And so many other. Just search for concealer and you get tons of concealers that is going to come up. Now, after applying my concealer, I'm going to let that to set and get tacky a little bit. When you do that, it gives you a full coverage. Then you need a contour shade, a contour color. What? Okay. Look at this palette. I think NYX have this palette too. This one is from a brand here in Spain. They call it Technique. This palette comes in with different shades. You see, you can use this for your concealer. You get this palette for your concealer. You have this dark shade that you can use this for your contour. You have all the different bright shades in here. Maybe it depends on your skin, because this is my skin tone shade. So you can see you have different skin tones in here. This palette is $2.99. It's very, very cheap, and you get a whole lot of different shade in it. So when you get something like this, you don't need to worry yourself about getting different shade of concealer when you're starting. Go for a palette like this, a concealer palette like this, and you're good to go. You see that you have less product to work with, but you have less, you spend less, but you have all your products that you need. So you want to get something like that. The one I'll be using for this makeup will be the NYX Power Color Cream Color. This one, I'll be using that for my contour. When I say contour, as a beginner, contour is the naturally dark areas that you have on your face, because your face is not a blank canvas. Your face have natural colors. You have areas where light goes to. That is where you put that is where you apply your light shade, the highlight shade, the concealer. Then the dark areas, for example, if I turn like this, you can see mine. You can take it up or maintain it here. It all depends on you, depending on how you want to bring out your cheekbone. So you can see that here. On your nose, you can see that the naturally dark shade. You can actually see it on your skin tone. So you want to when you apply your foundation, it takes away those shades. There's some foundation that will give you a smooth canvas that you can't see. Thank you, Ma. Thank you so much for liking the video. There's some foundation that if you apply on your face, you will not see even my own natural. It covers everything. So it depends on the foundation that you're using. Mine is still showing because I really have it pronounced. There are people that do not have it pronounced like that. It will just disappear, and you have your face will be just a blank, like a blank paper that you need to draw on. So that is why you need your highlight and your contour to bring back those shades. I don't know if I make sense. So I'll use my fingers. Like I said, your finger is a very good tool, but you can also get a brush like this. This brush, you can use this for your foundation, or you can use this for your contour. There's this one too. This one is elongated, is square. It really goes into that area where, or if you don't have money for that, you go in with your fingers. You can see I take the product, then I'm going to apply that there. I'm just going to tap that. Okay, then your forehead, you want to make your hair, you want to make this, you don't want this difference, so you want to apply it here. So when you blend it, it will just look natural with your hair line. Okay, you want to apply that there. Then to make this area look a little bit lifted, you want to apply it here where you have the arc of your brow, like where your brow starts curving. You want to apply there to make your jawline look slim. Your jawline, no, to make your chin look slim, you want to apply below your line, your jawline. You want to apply below your jawline. like this, below, not on top. If you make it on top, it's going to look like you have a very thick neck. So you want to apply it at the bottom. When you touch the line, you want to, if you do like this, you can feel the bone. So you want to draw that, apply that under that bone, okay? Apply that under that bone. When you blend it, you're going to see the difference. If I do like this, you will not see, but if I do like this, you can see how that looks like my chin is snatched, but this side still look like you can still see my thick jaw, okay? So that's why you want to apply that at the bottom. You apply it at the bottom like that. Like that. Now with a small brush, with a brush like this, Sarah Bamba, thank you for joining me, my lovely. Thank you for joining me. So you want to take a brush like this. You take the product just a little bit, not too much, to contour your nose. Contouring your nose give you the shape of the nose you want to, okay? You can get, when you bring it here, as I'm doing, you make your nose look pointy. Okay, you bring it here. Then you cut. It makes your nose look pointy. So it all depends on the shape that you draw. But you want to start it from where you start your brow, right up here. Where you begin your brow. Bring it down. You can bring it straight, which will make your nose look slim. So it all depends on how you want your nose to look. That's how you want to contour. If you want your nose to look big, you want to take this down and you make your nose look very big. Thank you. Sorry if Bombay, thank you for joining me. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Sorry if I cannot pronounce your name very well. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Okay. So you see, you bring that there. You make your nose look like you have a very sharp nose. Okay. You look at that. So another thing you need in your kit is a blush. You can get a powder blush and a liquid blush. Let me see. So this is another palette that comes, that company I told you have the Technique. They have this palette. In this palette you have different shades of blush, you see. So you just get one palette like this and you have everything in it. You don't need to go get separate, because if you want to start getting separate product, it will cost you a lot. You get something like this. Like there are so many brands that have this type of palette. Even in Shane, I think I have one that I got. Okay, I gave it to somebody. This, if you take a screenshot of this, just this, and put it, Shane have the camera search. Even I think AliExpress to have the camera search, and Temu to have the camera search. If you take a screenshot of this, just this, and put it on those apps that I just told you, you're going to get this. It's going to come out. Even this one is going to come out. I don't know about the quality, but it's going to come out. You're going to get something like this, and they are very affordable. Like when I started my makeup in 2021 during quarantine. That was when I started my makeup. Okay, I think it was 2020. I started ending 2020 because I was like, I cannot leave this quarantine. Like, thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate you. Thank you. Like, I needed people like you in this life. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So I've forgotten what I was saying. Too much excitement is worrying me. So when I started, as I said, I got my products. I started with products from AliExpress. Even though you buy and it will take months before it gets to you that time. But now AliExpress, you get things from there and it comes early. That is where I started. That's where I got product from. Before I even realized that there was Primo, yeah, that they have this affordable product. I started with AliExpress product. So don't give complaints that no, I don't have money to start. I don't need, but you're online every day, buying things online. Go there, you get good palette. This palette, I got it from AliExpress. This eyeshadow palette. And if I tell you this eyeshadow palette, let me swap and you see. Look at that. You see? This is from AliExpress. So you don't give me excuses that no, I can't start because I don't get money. I don't have money. Don't give me that excuse. You see, look at that. These are the nude shade. Then just take a look at the shimmer shade. You see? Look at that. This is from AliExpress. That is the name if you want to search. So you can't give excuses that no, because I know I started late in during the quarantine. I started late. You know why? Because I was giving excuses. I was giving excuses. I was procrastinating, but I went on AliExpress. I started looking for. I didn't have money. I started looking, and I got products. I started with AliExpress product. I am not going to come here and tell you guys lies, and I still use them up to date. I still use them up to date. This is it. I got a whole. I think I got a whole pack of 12 for 36 euros, and I don't regret it because you will get everything. So it's not don't give excuses, okay? Go and do your makeup. Don't give excuses. So I'll go ahead and apply my liquid blush. The liquid blush I'm using, this is a lipstick that I got and it got broken. I melted it and put it in here. I'm not throwing anything, okay? I melted it and put it in here. That is what I'm going to use for my blush. That's a lipstick. I'm not a makeup professional, but I'm just telling you what worked for me, what works for me, and it has been working. So I'm going to apply that just a little bit above where I apply my contour shade. You can take it up to make it look, to snatch that up. So if you want to leave it only around here, you can leave it there. So this is my placement according to the way I like it. You don't need to do exactly what I'm doing. I'm just telling you, showing you how you can do it. So you do it the way it works for you. So now I'm going to first start blending the dark shade, the contour shade, okay? Thank you, Ma. Thank you so much. Like, I really, really appreciate you. Thank you for the likes. I'm going to start blending that. You want to blend, don't drag it too much down. Like, it just depends on the shape of your face you want to. I'm going to blend it to my hairline. Okay? You want blend it to your hairline. So on my forehead, I'm dragging it backward to my hairline. You don't want to bring it down. Drag it backward like that to your hairline. So you don't have different shades. You blend everything to your hairline like so. Okay? Thanks for the share. Thanks for the share. Like, I appreciate you, ma. I appreciate you. God bless you for me. So I'm taking that to my hairline like that. Then for the contour shade, for the blush, I'm going to blend it exactly the way I blend the contour. Take it to upward, upward, like that. Like this is what motivates people to continue doing. Like, thank you, ma. I really appreciate you. Okay, you blend upward to your hairline, like that. Then, oh, my baby is up. So then for the nose, I'm taking a small brush. So I don't want it to get any everywhere. So I just want it where I put it. So I'm using this small brush to blend it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Then with my finger, I'm going to blend this because I want this to stay dark. I'm not going to blend it up there. Just tap. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Then with this, I'm just going to blend that upward. Like I said, your fingers are a perfect blending tool for makeup. Your fingers. Don't be afraid to use them. Now, when you're blending this, this one you put on your forehead, if you have a bigger forehead, don't drag it up. Like your head will be, your face will be just head, like forehead. So you want to just maintain it in that area where you put it. If you have a bigger forehead, don't carry it up. You see how you look at that blend with my finger. I need to go and answer present. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Wait. Hey. Baby. No. Yeah, I'm almost done, okay? Okay, so, all right. Your presence is first. Okay, now, for under my eye, I'm going to first use my brush. The brush I've been using all this while to blend my concealer. I'm going to start blending this light shade, okay? I'm just going to blend that down. And I'm going to be using you guys as my mirror. So I'm going to blend that, tapping. I'm just tapping, and I'm not touching this yet. Take this one. Just going to tap. Now I'm going to take a clean powder puff. I'm going to take this. You can see with this sharp head, it gets right into that inner corner. So I'm going to use that to tap. I'm just pressing the product into my skin. Pressing it. So the next thing you need is a setting powder or a powder to set your foundation, to set your concealer. This one I'm using is a Maybelline Master Fix. I'll still use the puff. Just take a little bit of the product like that. I'll dust off the excess at the back of my hand. Baby, I can feel you, eh? I know you're here. Bake everything you want. So take that. Just press that, like you want to press until you feel it get into your skin. You want to press, okay? Baby, relax now. What happen? You see, you want to press, like press it inside your skin. Feel the touch of that. You press like you're pressing a bar. You press like you're pressing gari or fufu. Press it to, you want it to get into your skin. So after you set, if you want to bake, after you set, before now, you know that your under eye is already set, before you can go ahead and bake. So I'm just pressing everything in. So I'm not going to be baking, so I'm just going to leave it like this. Now I'll take a bronzer. Like you need a bronzer, or you need your powder, and the eyeshadow palette that I showed you guys before when I started, that you get an eyeshadow palette that comes with different shades. This one that I showed, the one that I use for my eyes, you can see that it has so many different colors. The big ones in the middle, you can use that for your bronzer. You can use that for your blush too. Anyways, I'm going to use it so you see how it looks like. For my bronzer, I'm going to take the brown shade. Then I'll apply that where I apply I'll use it to set the darker areas, right? I'll use it to set the areas where I apply the contour. Thank you, ma. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That one, no. You can take any other thing, but not that. So I'll take a small brush, pick up the shades. I use it to set my nose. Then I'll take a big fluffy brush like this and take jeez, baby, sit, okay? You can break those ones I have with you there. Break it. So I'll take this powder. It's from Revolution, and it's my skin shade. I'll take the powder with a powder brush, a fluffy brush. You can take any fluffy brush of your choice. Then I'll just use this to dust my entire face. Now for my blush, I'm going to take that blush palette that I showed you guys. You can see the price is even there. Look, $2.99. And look at what you get. So I'm going to take this shade. After I do that, I'll still go into the palette, and this is a shimmer shade. This one, I'm going to use that for my highlight. Okay, Basa. For my nose highlight, I'm going to use my finger, take a little bit, apply that at the tip of my nose and on the bridge of my nose. Yeah. To give you that. Okay. If I turn like this, you can see how pointed my nose look. Baby. Then with a brush like this, I'll pick it up. And just like, depending on the occasion, you want to make your highlight loud. If it's something that you're going to take pictures, you want to bring down the tone of your highlight. Don't make it too sharp, like what I'm doing right now. Just put a little bit. I'm done already. Okay. Okay. Last but not the least, you need for your lip, you need your lips product. Okay, Toma. Come. You need your lip product, which is a lip pencil or a pencil. This pencil I use for my brows. You need a lip gloss, and a lipstick. You need that in your makeup kit. So I'm going to line my lips with the pencil I use for my brows. Get any one of your choice. Now, when I said when you're drawing your brows, you hold your pencil like this sharp, but when you're drawing your lips, you want to leave it flat like that. Okay, you don't want to hold it pointed. When you hold it flat like this, it's going to give you a natural blended look. Look at that. After you apply your lip liner, you want to take a lip stick or a lip gloss. I'm going to use this. I'm just going to use a small brush to blend that. ¿Qué pasa, baby? Abba, abba, abba. So after blending that, you want to take your lip gloss. You need a clear gloss. You can get a clear gloss, or this one is a clear gloss that got mixed like this. This one is clear. This one is from Essence, and it was $1.99, something like that. And there are even cheaper ones out there that you can get. Okay, you get one like this. ¿Qué pasa? What are you doing? Always make sure you clean your lips, the corner of your lips, with your concealer when you finish drawing it, to make your lips look clean, neat, to make your work look neat. You want to clean the corners. I don't know who gave these people idea to make a lip gloss sweet. This lip gloss is sweet. I don't know if you need to lick it or something. Like, seriously. To finish your makeup, you need a setting spray. To set the makeup, to set the makeup, you need a setting spray. I'll be using this matte finish from NYX. You want to hold it in a distance. You don't want to bring it here. You want to hold it a little bit far from your face, then spray it. This one is just to set your makeup. You have the setting spray, you have the melting spray. Just melt your makeup to stay to, like, it has so many names. You have the holding spray, I think, that hold the makeup in place, it doesn't move. The finishing one that just keep that makeup there, it doesn't move either. I don't know the different use of those, what they do, but I know they have so many. You have so many names: the finishing, the setting, the holding spray, and so many others. I don't know their different use, but the setting spray, I know you use it to set your makeup in place. That's all I know. And that is how it's looking. I'm such in a hurry that I forget to do my under eye. My under eye, I'm just going to use this brown pencil to line it. Like that. What is it? Okay guys, this is what it's looking like. The makeup is looking like. So what I normally do after I finish everything, I'll take the powder puff. I do without let's finish. We are finishing, okay? Let's finish it. Okay, I'll take the puff that I use in setting my face. I'll just tap all over like that. Let's go, okay? Like that. What's happened? What's happened? Okay. And this is how it's looking. This is the final look of this makeup. Let me know what you think. Thank you, Bombay. I don't know if that's how they pronounce your name. The first one, I will not lie, I can't even just go there to try it. Thank you so much. Like you've really boosted my life. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Mama, thank you for joining me. Like, let me know what you think about this in a comment. Jesus baby, thank you so much. Thank you guys. Thank you. Say bye. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's today. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Like, I appreciate you guys so much. I didn't even know today is 8. Oh, I didn't even know. My sister, leave me a Jari. Leave me, I beg. I didn't know. Happy Women's Day to you too. Happy Women's Day to all the women that are in here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I need to go now. I need to go pick my daughter from school. I appreciate you guys so much. I'll try to come live again to maybe when there are people in the house that I can take care of this little girl. I'll try to come live again so I can really explain, teach to the best of my knowledge. I know I will not come and show you that thing, something that I don't know how to do. I'll teach you guys what I do. I didn't go to a makeup school, so there's someone no come and drag me here in the comment. I'll come live. When I come live, I'll teach you guys what I've learned in the years that I've been doing my makeup, like from 2020, like December 2020 up to today, for the time that I've been doing my makeup, even though there are some times that I don't do. But what I work for me, that's what I'm going to teach you guys. Anything I learn new, I'm going to come and teach you guys. And maybe some other time I'll come, and if you're a beginner or a learner, you want to learn with me, you can send me a request, come up, then I correct any, if you're making any mistake, I correct you, or I teach you why you're doing your makeup. Because makeup is, I think, to be good at makeup, you need to be learning, you need to be practicing. Okay, you need to be practicing the makeup. You don't only need to watch videos, because you can watch videos and watch videos and watch videos. If you don't practice, you're not going to know how to do it. So you need to practice. I got to this stage where I am today to be able to make my makeup myself look like this is from practicing. Because even if you go to a makeup school and you don't practice, you're just wasting your time. If you love makeup and you really, now if you really love makeup, you want to practice it. So if I come next time, maybe I'll put it for learners. If you want to learn, you get your brushes and join me. Let's do it together. So thank you all for watching me today. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next live video. Bye bye. I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate you. Like, I really appreciate what you guys are doing for me. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.